All right, everybody, I'm just going to wait and see if some more people are going to join. I think I may have to turn this other light off because it's really, really bright. Well, we'll see what we can do. Just waiting for some more to come on before I get started. But I will be getting started in a few minutes. And then this will be reposted so everyone can watch it later. Hi, Dr. Lindsay. Hello. Hi, everyone. Hi, everyone. I'm just going to wait a few more seconds for a few more people to come on. Hope everybody's enjoying their evening tonight. I don't really celebrate Easter, but even if I did, I would still do this because I feel this is very, very important, and I've been wanting to address it. I've seen a lot of clients come in and they have the same overall complaint: skin eruptions, scalp issues, scalp sensitivities, general pain, inflammation in the body, inflammation in the joints, inflammation in the scalp, hair loss of varying degrees and to varying situations. So this has been on my heart for a while, and I wanted to share this. So I have been just putting some things together, and this is going to be very, very basic. I'm not even going to keep any of you very, very long, but I'm going to go back and forth because I'm on Facebook Live and I'm also on Instagram Live. But I have quite a few people. Hey, everybody at Unique Appeal and Star Makers Hair. Okay, and I can't do the other one. Care for Malik, care for you. Okay, but I'm thankful that everybody is on and on Facebook Live, and I'm going to go ahead and get started. My name is LaRon Quarles, and I am the owner of SBO Hairloss in Pleasantville, and I am a practicing trichologist. I am in the middle of studying for my certification, and I plan to get certified this summer, actually, with the IAT through David Salinger, and I have been in the IAT program for quite a few years. So I have been practicing as a trichologist long before a hair loss practitioner and all these other programs have been started. But I have been a cosmetologist since 1987. I graduated from Atlantic County Vocational School here in Mays Landing, New Jersey. And for the last 30 years, I have devoted my life to everything hair care, everything sharpest hair ever, the best weave queen, the best cut creator, the best all things money can buy when it comes to hair. I've spent my whole life just making sure that clients keep hair on their head and that they're healthy. And as time went on, I had no idea that I was actually practicing trichology and had no idea I was doing it. I would always tell people, make sure you take your vitamins, make sure you get your rest. Maybe you should switch up your style for a while because your hair is starting to thin. Are you stressed out too much? I would do what I could to help my clients along their journey to keep hair on their head. But I will be transparent with you for just a few minutes. I have a long list of things I want to share with you because I myself have been going through quite a few things for a while as I grew up, and I had no idea what it was then because I was in my 20s. But knowing through the study of trichology, now I know what all that stuff was, but I'm just going to tell you I was a complete mess. So for me to stand here today and share with you some of the things that I went through, this is some things that everyone is going through, but they really think it's nothing. This is just something that happens to everyone. No, this is not supposed to happen to everyone. When I was young, I had hair in all the wrong places, and for trichology, we call it hirsutism. And what was happening is I was very, very, very sensitive to testosterone. My hair began to thin in my early 20s. I could see when I would lift my hair up, I could see the entire shape of my head. I could see clear through my head, and I had beautiful hair growing up. Beautiful hair in my 20s. I'm 49, I'm about to be 50. My hair is not the way it was in my 20s. I had beautiful hair in college. But as time went on, I started losing my hair. I tried to style my hair differently. I started wearing weaves. I was always stressed out, which is one key indicator. If you're going through a lot of stress, working multiple jobs, consistently going through a lot of stress, it can give you a diffuse hair loss situation where your hair will start to thin. I was selling insurance and I was going to college. I was trying to put myself through college. I was running all over the world. I was going to Dudley, taking these classes, going to Pivot Point, taking classes. I was always on the road. I always worked full time. I always put myself through school and I always had 2 jobs. I drank lots of coffee. I was not sleeping well. I always had consistent respiratory issues. Every time I turned around, 2 or 3, 4 times a year, I always had nasal congestion, terrible asthma, terrible allergies. I had acne all over the place. I had terrible PCOS. I had so many things going on. I wasn't taking vitamins. I wasn't taking minerals. And I had extreme gut issues. Every time I turned around, I would wake up in the middle of the night just run into the bathroom after not having gone to the bathroom for maybe 7 to 10 days. Okay, I just want to let you all know I was a mess. I was not going to the bathroom, but I had no idea in my 20s what trichology even was, and that all of these things makes a difference in your life. Like I said, I didn't have a bowel movement that often. I might have gone like once or twice a week. Severe allergies and asthma. I had very, very bad acne, very dry, flaky skin. I would just go like this and the skin would just flake off. My face was an eruption of acne. I had terrible thyroid imbalances, adrenal imbalances. I was full of toxins and inflammation. I had acne all over my arms, acne all over my back. My skin and scalp was horrible, but I had no idea until I began the study of trichology what happened to me then. And when I started to change my life, eating right consistently, eating a diet of leafy greens, drinking greens, greens powder from Nature's Sunshine, which is one of my favorites, cutting out meat, I saw a whole host of things change. I started going to the colon hydrotherapist. She started cleaning my colon. I started going to the bathroom regularly. I cut out a whole lot of things, a lot of sugar, and I started to see things change. Years went on, which brings me to how I got here with the study of trichology. I took a trichology course with Rodney Barnett, who was in Texas, and he started telling us the relationship between all of the bodily systems and how they relate to hair. What I found out is any one of the body systems, whether it's the endocrine system, whether it's the circulatory system, it's the immune system, they all have an impact on hair. And what I'm going to share with you today is the process of inflammation on alopecia and hair loss. I don't like to say alopecia too much because that's a medical term, so I'll say hair loss. Alopecia, in varying degrees, happens to everyone. It happens to someone if they're white. It happens to someone if they're black. It happens to someone if they're Indian, male or female. And the inflammation within the alopecia process can be numerous types. It can be alopecia areata. They could suffer alopecia areata from a genetic response. They can suffer it. What I'm trying to say is it can happen to everyone, but at the root cause of that, a lot of it is an allergic response or an inflammatory response. And inflammation, if many of you know or don't know, inflammation is a Latin term, and it means it's a part of the complex biological response of bodily tissues to harmful stimuli such as pathogens, damaged cells, irritants, and it's a protective response involving immune cells, blood vessels, and molecular indicators, and I'll tell a little bit about that a little bit later. What I want to mention is all the inflammation starts in the gut. So when I tell my clients that you have to heal your gut, you have to work on making sure you eliminate properly, you're using products that help eliminate plenty of fiber to get that moving through your body, is because the inflammation starts in your colon. If you have inflammation anywhere in the body, it usually manifests in the gut. What I want to bring out is this brief inflammatory video is for you if you have lupus, if you have alopecia areata, if you have, let me see what else, some other ones. If you have fibromyalgia, if you have asthma, if you have psoriasis, joint pain, eczema, if you have frontal fibrosing alopecia, if you have allergies, severe bodily aches, gout, rosacea, lupus, folliculitis. A lot of men and a lot of women get folliculitis. This is for you because the inflammation is the start of all those processes. Now, what I want to mention is, like I said, inflammation starts in the gut. And what happens is when we eat and we don't eliminate those gut toxins properly, it's permeable. Our gut lining is permeable, so it leaks through the gut lining into the blood vessels, through the capillaries, through the veins, to our skin, all over, which is why you have eczema in certain places, because it goes right through the blood vessels to the capillaries all over the body. It happens in our scalp. That's when women suffer scarring alopecia, because gut toxins, they're building and they're leaving, they're manifesting all throughout the body, all over. And for some women, it leads to scarring alopecia. For others, it's psoriasis. For others, it's lupus. So my start for all of you who are suffering any inflammatory issues, dermatitis, any kind of skin issues where your skin is always itching, it's not so much the shampoos that we're using. That does help, but what happens is we have to watch what we're eating. We have to eliminate on a consistent basis. What we need to do is first start in the gut. And I'm going to run through all this quickly because I don't want to keep you long. I told everyone this was going to be about 10 minutes. You need to work on something that's going to get everything moving through your gut properly and quickly. Okay, I apologize. If the toxins are not moving through the gut quickly, you'll start to have skin and scalp irritations. So we have to start there and make sure we're taking something that's going to help, something like a super cleanse by, I have a competitive product on my shelf and I can show it to you before we end this video. We have to get rid of the toxins. All those toxins that sit in our gut, that can lead to a lot of alopecias, irritations that give our bodies that soreness and the itching and the burning that we feel in our scalps. One of those inflammatory processes is it starts in the gut. We need to remove toxins because the toxins are what build up in our bodies. Okay, what I want to suggest to you is when I say toxins, these are the types of toxins that I'm talking about. The toxins that we get from vegetables that are sprayed on our vegetables that manifest in our body, those are toxins. Okay, mercury, heavy metal from tap water, heavy metal toxins from what we put in our mouths. Okay, mercury poisonings, hormones from chicken, beef, foods that aren't grass-fed, all those are toxins. How I say toxins are something that does not work well with the body, and the body is immediately trying to get it out, and it doesn't work well when it's consistently just lays in our body and we don't remove it. When I say toxins, I also like to mention we need to detox on a regular basis. When I say detox, we need to detox all of the major organs, which is the liver, the gallbladder, the lungs, the kidneys, and the colon, because like I said, the immunity begins in the colon. And while you're detoxing, you might want to try something like this. This is by Nature's Sunshine. This is one of my favorites. This is called the Thai Heat Cleanse. I'm not sure if you can see this. I'm trying to do this right. Another one that I like is called an all-cell detox. And for many of my ladies and men, when they come in, sometimes I need to give them a yeast and fungal detox, okay? And forgive me if I'm talking a little bit too fast. If I need to share this with any of you, I'll share it if you send me an inbox. Those are some things that you can use to get the process moving to detoxify your body. We talked about moving everything out of your gut lining through a colon cleanse. Next is a detox. The detox will help with the irritants and the inflammatory issues that we have as well. I have a lot of clients that come in and consistently are just sore and their scalps are red, burning and irritated. We need to detox the scalp, and that's something special that we do here at our center through Trico Pure, through different scalp masks and things like that. But what I'm talking about now at this point is just an internal bodily cleanse. If anyone does not like pills, try to get your clients or try to think about maybe a sans detox or maybe like a clay detox. I can't think of one right now, but I use the sans, and it is it's a clay detox, and it helps pull toxins from out of every orifice of your body. But that's where you should start. But while you're detoxing and you're using one of these that I just mentioned, you should try not to use any alcohol, any sugars, any coffee. You want to eliminate all of the wheats, all of the glutens, and the things that are normally things that would bother people. Try to remove the white bread, and try spelts or sprouted grains like Ezekiel breads, and try to eliminate white and bleached flours. And like I said, I keep getting all these texts coming through. Okay. Some things that you can add to your diet to help rid inflammation are turmeric. You can try turmeric or curcumin. That will help with inflammation, because I have a lot of ladies that come in, a lot of men that come in that have a lot of inflammation, and they don't always want to take. And also curcumin, turmeric, clove, garlic, saga, ginger, cayenne pepper, bromelain, which is very good, pineapples, and that's where you can find bromelain in pineapples. And while I'm talking about anti-inflammatories, I'm not talking about Tylenol and Advil, because the more you take detox from your body, and it can damage your liver over time. So I'm not talking about medications or aspirins or over-the-counter products. I'm talking about everything that is an herb, that is a mineral, that is something that comes from the earth. Something also that will help is horsetail root. Horsetail root helps with the inflammatory process, and you can find this in the Flow Tea line, okay? Also, horsetail is in Noritress vitamins, okay? For all of you who've heard of Noritress, the horsetail is in those products. Also, while you're detoxing, try to reduce your sugars. Try to eat more whole foods. Don't eat a lot of cooked and processed foods like smoked meats. And also try to add some omegas, okay? For any of you, this is just an omega sample that I like to show everyone. That would help, because that's something natural that will help reduce some of the inflammation in your body, okay? And if anyone is interested in essential oils, helichrysum is also good for detoxing the body, and it removes toxins, and it also helps with cell regeneration. That's one thing that I find is our bodies start to go through cell death over so many months after a cell is born. After so many months later, the cell is about to die. We're trying to make sure that the cells stay in rotation. They're not being bumped by molecules, and then they're becoming free radicals. So we want to make sure that cell stays a good cell for as long as possible. Helichrysum oil is one that's going to help cell regeneration. Okay, for any of us that have heard about cell death, cell oxidation, that's what I'm referring to. Also, I want to encourage everyone to take their antioxidants. Now, this is one powerful one. This is an OPC3, and this is by Isotonics, okay? It has products in it that will help. I'll read it. Okay, so I guess I'll sound like a salesperson. It's a powerful antioxidant. It promotes cardiovascular and joint health, maintains normal cholesterol and blood glucose levels, demonstrates anti-inflammatory activity, and supports normal blood vessel function, because we need our blood vessels to function properly so we can get great hair growth. They also come in a chew, and this is the one that I take because sometimes I just don't feel like having to take all these vitamins and minerals and supplements, because I do as well. I also have to do what I preach to all of my clients. So that's an antioxidant. So that's something else you should take, okay, that would help your body so it doesn't go through oxidation and cell death, okay? And I mentioned the omegas, and I'm trying to make sure I mention everything. And also, I want to say, if you can, please reduce the amount of stress in your bodies. If you're another one that likes essential oils, try to reduce the stress in your body, because when you're going through an immune crisis, you're sick. When you're stressed out, it makes the inflammation in your body worse. It makes everything else that you're going through worse. If you can reduce the amount of stress, just take time for you. Maybe rub some chamomile, drink some chamomile tea, rub some lavender on your lymph nodal areas here. If you can put it in your scalp, in your lymph nodes there. You can put them down here by your uterus. You can put them over top of your kidneys. For your adrenals, you can put them on the bottom of your feet. But the goal here is to make sure you reduce the amount of stress in your body, because the more stressed out you are, it accentuates, it makes everything worse. It makes your alopecia worse. It makes your alopecia areata worse. It makes all of your joint pain and inflammation worse. If you have lupus, if you have some type of immune system issue, and it's inflammatory, it just makes it all worse. So we want to make sure we reduce the amount of stress in our bodies as well. Also, if you are into valerian Valerian is actually good for reducing stress, and helichrysum again is a powerful painkiller, but it's not good for patients who are on blood thinners. And I would always encourage you to run this by your physician. And last but not least, we want to help you protect your immune system. So we mentioned that we want to help you detox, and we want you to start it because we have to start in the gut. We want to detox the kidneys, the liver, the gallbladder, the colon, and the lungs, because those are the major areas that need to be detoxed. But last but not least, we have to make sure you take care of your immune system, because when your immune system is functioning properly, you can take care of your hair much better. You won't suffer the same ills as the next person when you take care of your immune system. You having heard this live broadcast today, just note that if you just change just a few things in your life slowly, it can work better for you in the future. What happens is, I find women in their 40s, their 50s, sometimes their 30s, 50s, 60s, who are going through this scarring alopecia, who have gone through it for maybe 10, 20 years, had no one to talk to, a dermatologist didn't help them efficiently. I just implore you, if you know someone who is going through it, please try to get them to change their eating habits, change their lifestyle, change their diet now, because we have to reduce the inflammatory condition now, because in the future, we're going to find out you're going to have a loss of hair. And the longer you wait to take care of your hair and your hair situation, the chances are you may not be able to bring all of it back. So my goal today is just to share some of this with you. And I know I'm not the best at doing this, but I hope you can just take away some of this information today. If you can, for your immune system, please, 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 please take your vitamin C's, take your zinc, take your orange and your lemon and your grapefruit oils if you're into essential oils, and make sure you run this by your doctor, and make sure you have the therapeutic grade that you can orally ingest, because some are just for aromatic use only, for you to put in your diffuser, and they're not for you to ingest, and they're not for you to rub on yourself. So make sure they're the right types of essential oils. Might I add, if it's a product such as Young Living, I market Young Living products. If it's a Dietary product or something that you can ingest, that's the whole goal. We want it to be therapeutic because we want it to help you. Also, if you can, based on your blood type, because not everyone can have the same thing, echinacea, golden seal, elderberry, oregano oil, and colloidal silver and colloidal minerals, that will help as well. And there are tons of others. Burdock root, that's also good for the immune system. But my goal is just to help you with some simple things, and I just want to make sure I mention it all. But yes, we want to make sure that you help remove the toxins from your gut. We want to make sure that you are detoxing, and when you're detoxing, try to do the detox for at least maybe 2 weeks. No longer than a month. It shouldn't be done that long. And make sure you're not taking the coffee. Make sure you're drinking plenty of water. Make sure you're not taking the alcohol. Make sure you're eating plenty of leafy greens, no sugar, no starches. And if you can, if it's at all possible, try to reduce any heavy meats. Try to eat something light if you have to eat any at all, because our goal is to get this all out of you. And like I said, I have plenty of information here and plenty of stuff that you can take. And I also have Sans Detox and cleanses that you can use, but I just wanted to run all this by you again. These are by Nature's Sunshine, and this is the OPC3, and this is by Isotonics, and you can take that with water. And this is an antioxidant chew, just like the one I just mentioned that was a powder. And don't forget to take your omegas, okay? Your omegas are going to help with your inflammation, and these are fish oils. The antioxidants, the OPC3 that I just mentioned, those are proanthocyanidins, and those are manufactured more from like grapes. So grapes and grape seed and things like that, those are natural anti-inflammatories. Don't forget, this is the turmeric, okay, or the curcumin. You can also take bromelain. You can take horsetail root, and the Noritress line has the horsetail root inside of their product line, and also the Flow tea line. I have plenty of these, okay? Burdock root is inside of this, horsetail root. The horsetail root is going to help with the inflammation. The burdock root is going to help your immune system. And if you can hold on for a second, I'm going to get one of the cleanses that I market. Just hold on for 1 second. Hi, Charlotte. So in addition to making sure that you promote your gut health, because we want to make sure we start there, because the immunity and everything wrong with the body begins in the gut. You need to make sure you're always consistently taking your probiotics. every day, okay? Multi-strain, not just acidophilus. And this is just one type that I recommend that it's on my shelf, okay? This is the Super Cleanse line. This usually comes in the box. And it has Candida Destroy. It has all those wonderful things, but the goal is to get your body rid of the irritants that are giving it the yeast response. So all these things are just to help you. No, I'm not a physician, but I have worked with this for so long that I know what types of things are plaguing our country, plaguing our men, plaguing our women. And I just wanted to see if you could see this, because I tried to be a good teacher today, okay, and show you all of this stuff, okay. And then I also had some stuff on the back, but it's really tacky, and I think I've waited long enough. But I just wanted to say thank you. Hi, Lucy, and hi, withholding nothing, and the beauty bar. Thank you, everybody that came on. I really appreciate it. And I just want to say, if there's anything that I can do, if I can help anyone out, I know this was kind of not the best video, just give me a call, 609-553-7079. Or if you need me, you can reach me at hairlosscenternj.com. Have a good evening.